are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Watson, off play action. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play. But the big story in this one, of course, Deshaun Watson back in Houston where he began his career. Drafted 12th overall in 2017. 3-time Pro Bowler as a Texan. And was officially traded to Cleveland back on April 27th. And some room to roam now. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 24 yards to gain there. Another 1st down as well. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. 10 more there and another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They'll run with Chubb. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good 1st step.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And again, it's Chubb. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Trying to finish off this opening drive from the 3. This is 3rd and goal. Now it's Watson. And Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Now Cade York for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. He'll get this to about the 38. The Texans at 1-10 now on the year, and they come in mired in a brutal stretch right now, losers of 8 straight games.
Could you imagine being in those coaches' rooms right now? And you remember the old expression, there's no such thing as a bad idea? That's really true right here. They're searching for any idea, anything that can galvanize this team and find a victory and get them out of this losing spin.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right?
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play that time for Cleveland. 49 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And Chubb will try the middle here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. They run it again with Chubb. Shifts by him. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. York on now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. He's going to try and go deep again. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
21-0 our score after one. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Tannehill. And now did he step out of the end zone? Yes, he did. The referee says he stepped out, and that is going to be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
It's fielded at the 45.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Oh, he fakes a spike. And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds, incomplete. That was close to a big play, and just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it, but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Off of play action, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And now off to the races, down the right side. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
So maybe some signs of life. This has been a defense.
Bro, my controller was down the whole time. I didn't even run it.
And sometimes that one play is what you need. And it sounds overly simple, but this is a team
I
that's
know.
close to being down and out before halftime.
Yeah, bro, I hate this game, dude. Like, every time I try and figure shit out, it doesn't work.
Charles, like you were alluding to, is a little bit of
So.
a wake-up call for them. We'll see. On is Mason Crosby for the point after.
It doesn't pass to the guy that I want to pass. You just saw the first pass that I did was a perfect fucking pass. But he overthrows it. It's like, come on, man. Like, it's so dumb, dude. Like, so when it's like that, I already know this game's going to glitch. And yeah, that too.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Yeah, I just joined this. This is probably like my 5th game. So I inherited a 1-6. When I had it, it was 1-16. So the first game I played was against Tennessee, and then it was the only team available. I didn't care. I didn't care. I'm not that good anyway.
Now they get a chance to build their lead out even further here. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and
I
that's him
didn't
trying to deep ball after throwing a pick
go
6
for
on
it.
his previous pass.
I'm not even.
They give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they
I
let him
joined
fire
and
downfield,
I knew this was
albeit unsuccessfully.
like it was a bunch of heavy hitters and shit. So I'm like, I'm not even gonna.
2nd and 10 again from the 25-yard line.
I'll take a shitty team. I want to trade. I want to see if I could get the Bucks. They're 0-10.
Just a 40-yard gain there.
That's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down.
Nobody.
Shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure.
I'm gonna ask them if I can have them. I don't give a shit. I don't take this game serious, dude.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb, and they're going to get him down well short of the 1st.
I appreciate the pick 6 because a lot of people were like, they'll blow me out, and then I'll still try, and then they'll start sweating the defense. I'm like, dude, come on, man. Like, you're already up. You're gonna win. Like, let me practice at least. Fuck. Yeah, nah, I don't care.
King back deep. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Like, I don't mind doing it like this rather than getting a forced win because at least you're getting practice. You're more of a contender than I am, so it doesn't really.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense. Oh, and that is caught one-handed. Oh my, he pulled it in. A huge play there for Houston, and even 60 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Tannehill. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah able to get him for a loss of about 3.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege.
That does not surprise me.
They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic.
I miss.
And it shows on the scoreboard.
And he pulled it. Oh, my goodness. It's no good. He missed it.
Unbelievable.
It's been a nightmare season.
And then that shit happens.
Your defense hasn't really kept you in a lot of games, and now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
Why does this fucking game keep selling, dude? It doesn't make sense.
The Browns drive about to get started.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
58 for Mike. 58 for Mike. Let's go.
To throw is Watson. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down.
What is that, roughing the passer? Of course. I love this. I love this game, bro.
Disappointing because it was so unnecessary. They had the sack, but the officials are definitely keeping a close eye on the quarterback, especially the referee. They were able to spot that one immediately.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Know your job.
Watson now to throw. And here he's got Grant. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Only took him 3 plays, and they're already in the red zone, just like that. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
The 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
On 2nd down and 4. Watson forced out to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Good job. Nick Chubb. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Browns are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Off play action, Tannehill. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
This is the first time that this has actually happened back-to-back like that.
The momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play action. It's Tannehill.
Intercepted.
This defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no...
Got it.
That is gonna be pulled in.
I thought that was you.
Wow. A huge play there for Houston.
I thought that was you. The fucking brown looks like blue and shit. That confused the fuck out of me. I thought that was intercepted.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions.
Nah, trust me. This is the first game that is like that. It's never like this.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now it's Tannehill.
Intercepted right here.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Rolling to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have
another missed field goal right here.
It was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Oh, wow.
The kick by Crosby is good, and that'll get this back down to a 20-point spread. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. 84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give running right is Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He stiff arms him. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A big play that time out of Chubb. 41 yards on the ground.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by York is up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Desmond King to return it from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Tiger.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's got some space here. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield.
You want to do a running game? I could do running games. That I'm good at. Passing, I suck. Passing, I am not good.
Because sometimes you'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That didn't work out the way I thought.
Able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Tannehill.
Yep.
He drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career.
Got it. Oh, get the fuck out of here, bro. It said accurate kick. See what I mean, bro? This stupid ass fucking game, bro.
Anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Set.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Handoff comes to Chubb. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move.
170 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently 2nd in the league in first downs, and they pick up 1 here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, it's really vital because what does it do?
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb. A 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Browns will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Watch 54. Watch 54. Bound to lose 1.
They'll run again with Harris. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, They're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions. Because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And some space here. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 114 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Check. Watch twist.
Laundry on the field. This is going to
Dude,
be
why the
start on
fuck
the
wouldn't it
offense.
call? Like,
Sometimes
what
you
the
have to
fuck
slow
was
things down
that?
a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
He's coming. We got took left. Check 52.
Harris running straight ahead. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They are certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
And movement here by one of the Texans
What the
up front.
fuck
In comes the
is
flag.
this?
The full start backs him up 5.
Why
1st
isn't
and
it-
15. They'll try the air now with Tannehill.
Not.
Into heavy traffic, and it's
How is it that I hit?
Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to have the football here at the 18-yard line.
It was supposed to be a short pass. He overthrew it. What the fuck? He gave it to circle, and I give it to L fucking R1. This fucking guy. This fucking stupid ass game, dude.
This is it. 19. Left 54. Sears right here.
And Watson's going to throw it here. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Tannehill.
How? Why are you overthrowing your fucking passes,
That's
bro?
another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Tannehill now to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
But down this big, we know that they need touchdowns instead of field goals, but now it's add insult to injury because they can't even get the 3, Charles, on the excellent block there by the special teams.
And it certainly felt to me like the special teams consider themselves an extension of the defense, which has played well for them. They have a nice cushion. They didn't want to allow any points, any opportunity to cut into their lead. A big-time play by those guys on that side of the ball.
The Browns' drive about to get started. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size.
This is the last week for trades. They just said, I'm about to give all my draft picks away.
Oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
I don't care, bro.
Wearing down 4th quarter.
I don't give a
that's
shit.
Not a guy they want to
It's
see
a game.
consistently. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
Second and 2.
Now Chubb running right. A little juke. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Following the penalty. Chubb stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And again, it's Chubb. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Good game, bro. Thanks for not being a sweat.
Into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Browns, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Texans, not much more to say. They dropped to 1-11, and they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.